science major.
I'm a math major.
So what's the scientific method?
Let me show you something first.
Wait, what's the scientific method?
The scientific method has to be
Ryan, I'll be right back.
All right.
2 seconds.
the formula that goes from 1, 2, 3, and 4. You have to have your data and all that stuff. And the
What's the first step?
The first step, you have to use research,
Observation.
observation and research, both.
So have you ever observed macro evolution take place?
No, but I tell you what.
Is that possible to observe macroevolution take place?
Well, I think we are, because we are in a macro state. But
No.
I'm starting to become a micro, the opposite. I'm starting to become nanoengineering.
Right, but I'm saying this is talking about macroevolution.
Let me just show you just a little bit before we go to the next. I have to leave. Just a little bit. Okay, you said that evolution is a hoax, right?
Well, I just verified that because
okay.
you can't observe that it happens.
Okay, so I'm going to show you just a little bit. Okay, as you can see right now, and on this time in the 21st century, we still haven't got rid of the wheel. Have you noticed the circle, the circle circumference? We haven't got rid of the wheel. When we get rid of that wheel, there will be no more wheel to go to anymore. It will be hovering then. So it's exactly what science is trying to explain. Pretty much.
No. This doesn't say science is a hoax. It says evolution is a hoax.
But that's part of it. Evolution is science.
No, of course it's not.
Listen.
Wait a minute, my man. We just verified that it's not science because you can't verify macroevolution by the scientific method.
Okay, I'm trying to explain to you a little bit of what evolution in science means. Okay, a good example of this. Right here, a lot of people might see this tattoo, but they don't understand it. They see the yin-yang, but they don't know what the heck this thing is right here. It's a bakwa. That bakwa means different energy sizes. And like you, when you're a kid, you thought of one way, you become a little older, you thought of another, and now that you're an adult, you thought completely, simply different, something else. So science is the same thing. Science is always trying to perfect itself. And notice, it can't...
Wait. How can science perfect itself?
Listen, that's the core.
Have you ever heard of the fallacy of reification?
No.
When you apply some kind of human attribute to something that doesn't have human attributes, such as science, quote unquote.
But believe it or not...
Science doesn't have a mind.
Well,
science can't figure itself out. It doesn't have a mind.
Okay, but listen, this is the problem about people, what they can't see things. Okay, you tell me science doesn't have a mind. How you think they invented magnetism?
Who's they?
The human people. How you think they invented?
Okay, now that's different.
Okay,
Can
wait.
humans use science to explore?
Of course. Now
that's what I'm saying. But you were saying science uses science to explore the universe.
How you think they invented the magnetism? It sure
wasn't. I'm not
it wasn't by the
of
mind.
Science. I'm not denying that. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay, see, so I'm trying.
Evolution is not science, though.
Okay, evolution is practically what we're saying, that we're going from evolution. That we were species of, let's say, like animal species, and going into human being. Now that really happened.
No. So you saw that happen?
No, but that is scientific.
So it's not science.
There is a scientific proof on that.
No, there's not.
Okay.
What's it? My man.
You're Christian.
I can tell you haven't. Maybe. How many years of science have you studied? You say you're a science major. How many years?
I'm right now a math major, which I'm going to go after I finish this.
Okay.
I finish next semester. And when I finish
any self-respecting scientist will understand that evolution at best is a theory. And even that's kind of problematic.
Not true, because I was about to explain something.
Yes, that is true.
But you're cutting me off.
Well, that's a fact.
Okay, since you like to cut off people, that means you don't want to hear the realities. That means that's not good. You should be smarter than that and say, let me hear you out, and then I'll see if I can get you in. First of all, what is your major?
My major?
Yeah.
When?
What?
I've already gone through school.
No, I'm not saying that. I just said, what was your major?
Yeah. My man, I don't think that's relevant for the conversation.
I'm just saying, what was your major? Simple.
Well, I was a double major in philosophy and English, and then I have a master's degree in philosophy, and I have a master's degree in theology. So, but that's not really relevant to anything.
Okay.
Except, I guess, maybe to...
It's hard for Christian people to understand science, because it's not easy.
Science came from Christianity, my man. Science originated from Christianity, from a Christian worldview, because only Christians can recognize, or at least have a basis for how we can do science, because Christians recognize that this universe has been created by a God of order, who's created the universe with uniformity in it, which allows the scientific method to take place.
You say so?
No. That's a fact.
You said that science comes from Christianity?
That's a historical fact, sir.
I don't think so.
Okay, I know, but you say you think. My man, this is a historical fact.
Okay, I don't.
It's not
think
about
so,
what
sir.
you think.
I mean, the professor could differ with you like a million times.
What
here.
professor?
The professor that taught us mechanical.
I would love for
engineering
him to
and
come out and
electrical
actually try
engineering.
to demonstrate that science did not come out of a Christian world. And I don't think he would.
I don't think so, sir. The only thing that I
even
know,
unbelieving-
The only thing I know, sir, is one thing for sure.
Wait.
That what's his name? Sir Isaac Newton was a hypocrite because he was a Christian learning science and explaining things, but at the same time he was doing something completely against the Christianity and then saying, "Wow,
No,
this is
my
incredible."
man. That has nothing to. No. He wasn't doing something against Christianity. He was doing something perhaps against the current cosmology of the time held by the Roman Catholics. It was Aristotelian cosmology that they held on to. And so when Newton, and actually it was before Newton, and all the people, I mean, Newton was kind of later in the chain as far as people exploring the heavens and kind of discovering certain things. But at the end of the day, he was not going against Christianity. He was going against the cosmology held by the Roman Catholic Church at that time, which again was Aristotelian. Now, but the whole point though, my man, is this. If you say, so what are you, an atheist, an agnostic, so-called? I mean, what are you?
I'm not. I don't believe in any religion.
Oh, you're open-minded.
But I tell you one thing.
Are you open-minded, would you say?
Okay, let me explain to you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe in any religion, but I believe
That's a
one thing.
religion, though.
No, science is not a religion.
No. So, that's correct.
Okay, but what I'm saying, I'm saying I don't
That's a
believe
false
in any
dichotomy,
religion.
though. To say science or religion, or
religious.
science or
You're a
Christianity.
Christian. Okay, I believe that there's a new theory coming out from Robert Lanza, which makes sense.
Now, is Robert Lanza a human being?
Yes.
Does he have finite knowledge of the universe?
Yes.
Is he prone to make mistakes?
Listen, of course, he's human.
So why would you
Well,
use him as an authority, sir?
Listen, I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Because he now is coming up with this new theory, which makes sense. He says, hey, we're learning that when we die, we actually die but transfer to another
Wait.
dimension.
So has anybody ever died that
That's
he's
why
talked
it's so
to?
hard. Yeah, that's why it's hard.
Wait, has he talked to anybody who's died? He hasn't.
Notice we're trying to come up with the theory for it can be
But
a fact.
you're trying to use yourself to do this?
Okay,
What about you? Do you have finite knowledge of the universe?
sir.
Limited knowledge of the universe.
Sir,
Is
I
that
think-
you or somebody else?
No, but I'm trying to explain a little knowledge of what I'm understanding.
Define
on this
knowledge.
stuff.
That's a good place to start. Let's
I notice I can't explain it to you because you
define
cut off
knowledge.
people.
No, I'm just asking.
You cut
define
off people right
Oh,
away,
man,
and you don't
define
want to.
knowledge.
You don't want to hear.
You've been talking the whole time. Define knowledge.
Knowledge is the aspect of somebody that comes inside from somebody. It comes from inside. It comes from inside you, and you have to learn it.
Wait, does it come from outside or inside?
It comes from the inside. You have to learn it. It's like this. I'm a professional
So
drummer.
if it comes from the inside, you already know it.
Okay, so this is a good example of what you're telling me. Besides that, you want to argue. This is a good example. Edwin, you are a professional musician. You're a professional musician from your heredity of your family. So you're a professional. How the hell did you get into science when you're just a professional musician?
You're not in science. That's
Okay,
clear by what
listen,
you've been saying.
What do you think
have a lot to
mathematics
go.
is?
Yeah, that's numerical law. How do you get
No,
numerical
that's not-
law without God?
That's not numerical law.
Yeah, of course it-
Science is a mathematics is a science.
My
I
man,
mean,
science uses mathematics.
Sir.
The study of science uses
Sir,
mathematics to
the
explore
problem
the
what you don't
universe.
understand is real easy. When you do mathematics, obviously you haven't done it. When you do mathematics, okay, and you go to a higher level, okay, if you go to a higher level, you end up seeing the scientific parts. And I talked that to my professor. He goes, "Yeah, you're right."
Oh,
And I
you
said,
were teaching your professor now.
No, just listen to what
Wow.
I'm saying. I mean, you're incredible.
And you don't even have a degree yet. And you're
Hey,
teaching
I'm
professors,
I'm
and they're
about
like,
to have
yeah,
a degree,
man.
The student
But I
becomes
understand a
Wow,
lot.
that's right, dude. This guy's something else. Very proud, too, aren't
Hey,
you?
I told
of
you
your
again,
non-accomplishments.
Again, since you like to argue so much, that's why you don't get no results. You argue too much.
Uh-huh.
Can you at least listen to a little bit of what people have to say?
So, my man, let me ask you,
You
at the end
care
of the day,
less. So
what
you're
do you
like
do with your
you
sin,
break
man?
them down in 1, 2, 3. Say, you know what? I don't care what you have to say. This is the way I say it. Well, that's your problem. But
What do you do with your sin at night? How do you suppress the reality of God that you know
I
is
try to
everywhere you
explain
see,
to you
everywhere you look
well,
at?
since I can't explain to you since you don't want to hear it. See.
So what do you do with your sin at night?
Okay.
How do you suppress the reality of God? What do you
Look,
use?
I can't speak to you, sir, because you don't want to hear things. I tried. You told me.
Just
what
answer the
happens-
question. What do you do with your sin
Okay,
at
but
night?
okay. Why should I ask you the question? Are you like a god or something?
Of course not.
So then don't act so tough. Just listen to
I'm
what
just
I'm trying
asking
to
what do
say.
you do with your sin at night?
Simply, all I'm saying is this, sir. Just saying, it's real easy. I'm just saying.
What's up, Jose?
Listen to what I have to say, and then you tell me.
My man, you've been talking the whole time. I gotta listen. What do you do with your sin at night? Just answer the question. What do you do with your sin at night?
Listen,
because
man,
you know that God exists. You're suppressing the truth that you know about God and unrighteousness.
Not to me, because that's your own prerogative.
No, that's yours too, though, because you live in God's universe.
Okay, that's what you say.
No, that's what
you don't have the authority.
That's what your own conscience declares, also,
look,
my man.
I can't talk to you because you're nothing but trouble.
All you've done is talk since you've been over here.
Yeah, but you're just a troublemaker because you don't want to listen.
Okay. Well, my man, I listened to you for like 20 minutes,
If you listen to a little bit what I was trying to tell you, you'll say, okay, you just cut me off. I was telling you, hey, what happens? What scientists are already coming up with this theory saying, blah blah. What is this? What is that?
Why? Well, yeah, of course. If you tell me the scientists are about to figure out what happens after you die, I'm going to ask, well, how can they answer that if they're humans?
That's the whole idea of why they experiment. They have to understand why.
You can't experiment about what happens to someone after they die.
Yes, we can, because we know that we're made out of atoms, and they're trying to explain what atoms can now transfer from one side to the other.
Well, my man, you already said that you have finite knowledge and you're prone to make mistakes.
I was trying to tell you, but you keep on breaking it down, so there's nothing.
Right.
Listen, man, I'll tell you what.
You're right, man.
Stay with your evolution. Good luck with you. I don't want. There's no deal me answering anything because you don't understand nothing about science.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry you're so closed-minded, but at least you revealed that today.
We'll think about that.
We'll see you.
Next time I'll call Professor and we'll talk.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, bring him out.
Hey, Ryan, I got a question.
What's up,
Has
Vincent?
the rose come out yet?